good morning to you. Today we are bringing you on one of the most scenic drives in the Escalante area, the Hell's Backbone Road.
In 1933, with unemployment rates in the United States reaching upwards of 16 million, Franklin D. Roosevelt created the Civilian Conservation Corps, and the CCC camp located here, known as FS-18, was tasked with building a 45-mile shortcut road between Boulder and Escalante, Utah, for drivers to use during the summer months.
It's named after one portion of the road that is not only very narrow and very steep, but also which has drop-offs on both sides. But today we can see the clouds in the distance are already building, and we're thinking most likely it's going to be an afternoon of thunderstorms.
Hell's Backbone runs for approximately 1 mile across this precarious spine of rock. The first bridge was created when the Corps felled 2 logs, laid them over this narrow gap, and the legendary Laurel 60 McAnally, with a safety rope tied around his middle, agreed to drive the bulldozer over the backbone while onlookers held their breaths. This bridge was used until the 1960s when its decaying timber started to groan and squeak. That bridge was then replaced twice, first by a steel and concrete reinforced structure, and then in 2005 by the current wider and stronger bridge.
All right, we are here at Hell's Backbone, and it is about 100 foot or so spine that crosses this ridge that we're on here to the next ridge. And this thing is just absolutely crazy. You can see the reinforcement here with all this rock mesh. And then here's the road that you cross.
While we were hanging out on the bridge, we met a couple from the Netherlands who had been traveling around the world in this huge expedition van. We took some time to chat with them and share our stories, and were inspired by their wanderlust and enduring sense of freedom while on the road.
All right, it's about noon o'clock here, and you know what that means. Lunchtime. Let's take a look at what is on the menu today. Well, you want to tell us?
We're having nachos with leftover barbecue.
Nachos!
Tomatoes, pickles, and cheese.
It's gonna be really, really scrumptious. And of course, food is always better with a view. Woo! Look at that. Oh, that's so good. And just like that, a storm has arrived. Well, how epic is this? To be up here on Hell's Backbone in a storm, it's absolutely incredible.
That afternoon, we arrived at our lodging for the night, the Boulder Mountain Guest Ranch. With its sprawling acreage and active farm, the biggest draw to this incredible location is the on-site farm-to-table restaurant that serves up fresh, organic, grass-fed beef and one of the largest hamburgers we've ever eaten.
Come on in.
The guest ranch is a great retreat from the broiling summer heat of the valley below, and when we stayed there, our cabin-like room was only about $180. The room also came with breakfast for the next morning and included farm-fresh, hard-boiled eggs, a fresh-baked muffin, and other goodies. It was a small taste of luxury and offered much-needed rest after being out camping in the canyons of the Escalante for a few days.
Nothing like having your own private guest ranch. This path. Boulder Mountain Guest Ranch even has a saloon.
One of the coolest features of the guest ranch is this saloon, or saloon as it is called by the owners, after the psychedelic black lights and paintings that adorn the walls. It really is like stepping into another hallucinatory world.
Those must be cattle that belong to the ranch.
Bon appetit. Birds. 10 out of 10. 10 stars. Greasy.
Thanks for watching. We hope you enjoyed this episode of Artistic Off-Road to Hell's Backbone and the Boulder Mountain Guest Ranch. Please like, comment, and subscribe to join us on future adventures.